Hi guys, it's Wednesday once again, 2:30 p.m. and welcome to Cuppa with Michelle. I'm your host, Michelle Jones. I am a health, wellness, and longevity coach who empowers women to create a successful online business that they can work on, whether they are home or on the go, and all with the balance of health, wealth, and freedom. Too many people are suffering in their health, unable to balance family and work, and struggling to create the financial freedom that they have been dreaming of. I am here to help those who are ready to take action to integrate their passions, talents, and lifestyle into an automated business that can bring them passive income and their dreams all with ease and flow. So last week, we had a discussion on me as a trailing spouse following my husband for the last 23 years. The week prior to that, it was with my friend Tamara Raymond, who had moved from Sri Lanka here to Australia, and we discussed the difficulties, the challenges of relocating, moving, and building a new life. This week, we are going to be discussing life of a trailing spouse, but with a slightly different twist. We have been discussing lives of women with children. My friend Metty, who's going to be joining us today, they don't have children yet, and she is moving around with her husband. So her set of challenges are different. Also, Tamara Raymond and I have moved and have like a couple of years for her. And with me, I've had three and a half, 2 years in the different postings. Metty has had periods where she's only moving for a week or 3.5 weeks. So let's hear about the challenges, the benefits, and the lessons learned of her life as a trailing spouse. And what I want for you guys to get from this is if you are thinking of moving around and supporting your partner, your husband, your spouse in their posting and unsure about what the challenges are, what the benefits are, join us because that's what we're going to be discussing today. So I hope you enjoy this. And when you're joining us, make sure you type your comments, tell us where you're joining us from, and leave your questions as well so we can respond to your questions at the end of Cuppa with Michelle, or we can respond to them later on if you're watching this on replay. So if you watch on replay, do type #replay and let's get started. Please welcome my good friend Metty. Metty and I met in Indonesia and we got along so well. We had our cocktail mornings and our amazing lunches with champagne.
Yeah, it has been a while, Ibu.
I know. Betty, back then in Indonesia, we were just what? You were actually the local. I was the expat. Now you're the expat.
Still the support system at the end of the day.
That's right. That's right. But Metty, welcome. Welcome to Cuppa with Michelle. Thank you for joining me today. And thank you for being willing to share your experience with our audience.
Hello, everyone. I just introduce myself. I'm Metty, and yes, like Ibu Michelle said that, I met Ibu Michelle in Jakarta was like 3 years ago, and still keep in touch until now. It's been good to be here with all of you guys.
Oh, awesome. So guys, we're going to be talking about trailing spouses. I had our first episode on trailing spouses when I interviewed my friend Tamara Raymond, who moved from Sri Lanka here to Australia. Then last week, I explained to you my own experience. I shared with you my own experience as a trailing spouse and as a trailing spouse for the last 23 years. And today, I'm really excited to interview Metty because Metty and I, as we have mentioned earlier, have been friends since Indonesia. And when you met all of us, all the spouses that gathered during our cocktail mornings, did you get some idea back then that you were also going to be moving around? Have you already started moving around back then?
When I met you, it was probably 3-4 years ago. I was actually still, pretty much in Jakarta base. But in this case, my husband, he is a independent consultant who works a lot with DFAT project and all the aid program. Actually, he is mostly traveling by himself that time. So So I was staying in Jakarta while he was traveling around everywhere. So then after that, then basically it's also probably we can talk about this the challenge coming between our relationship as we always apart from each other. So then we decided to started to, okay, you come along with me everywhere to accompany me to go places, and for you also some new experience, things like that. So then everything started from there. And then
Oh.
until now, I traveling around with him everywhere he go.
I love
And
that you shared
so
that.
much. Yeah.
That's right. I love that you shared that, Metty, because when I talk to couples who are looking at doing a posting, some of them say, oh, we'll do the posting, but he'll go and I'll stay behind. And I love that you said that, because very few realize that it is difficult to live away from each other. It is difficult even if you know that you have a strong relationship, right?
It's true, Ibu. It's a
And
challenge, yeah.
and I'd love you guys who are watching this, who are thinking of that, to just reconsider again. Remember, you got together because the two of you strengthen each other. You bond. You probably have opposite characteristics, because usually opposites attract. And when you don't have that opposite character that anchors you, it's sometimes difficult to go through life that way. So just take that into account. Metty, are you okay to share maybe just one challenge of what you felt when you were apart that made you decide, no, I am going to consider going with him this time around?
First of all, it's the bonding. The bonding, probably it's normal when you never been together, that it's like started to, who are you? It's become stranger to each other. And then especially when he come back, like all the gap and it has been built, right? And then you need to really rebuild again the feeling, the everything, oh yeah, he's my husband, okay. And it's not easy, Ibu. And then all those sort of thing, and also communication, of course. Second of all, it's hard because he's not here with you, and then he's away, and since we have separate life, and oh, I don't know what you're doing now and what I'm doing here. So so that kind of miscommunication can be really easy to be happen
So
between us.
I think in your case, you can thank COVID for that, right? All of a sudden, you're together for a long period of time.
It's true, and you stuck like,
right?
oh, why are you always here?
That's right. Because you both have created, as you said, your own routines. Your routines are not, blended together. Like with Adam and myself, there's certain things that I can't do because I know that he'll be, around during those periods. And it's different when all of a sudden you have this guy and you're going, but hold on, usually at this time I do this. And then yet you want to do this.
Actually, yes, I'm doing the opposite probably, like it's not a common situation, like in our case.
That's
right. Like it's so frequent that we always been apart, since the, the type of work from my husband.
But mind, we have a lot of friends in defense, in the military, in, the police, and they move a lot as well. And some of them opt to not take their family depending on where they're moving. And I remember meeting this lady back when I was living in the Philippines. And I said, oh my gosh, I don't know how I'll survive, to have like a whole year without my husband with me. And she goes, oh, I'm so used to it. I don't know what I'll do if he stayed with me for a whole year.
Yeah, it's true, And then probably she started to enjoy it.
That's right. Well, you have to, right? I don't think you can fault people who are in that situation, because you have to build your life based on what you have, on the parameters, given to you, on the life that you're
That's
living.
true.
So
Yeah,
there's no right or wrong
I
way.
agree.
And I'm glad that you're experiencing what we've experienced before, where you're just, taken around and you're moving around.
Yeah,
So
but sometimes, like instead of blaming the situation, we can just enjoy and okay, so what we can do. I don't want to sit around, be sad, not having my husband next to me. So you started build your own life, like when I met you, Ibu. Oh, okay. Then I met people. I'm in community, so I'm enjoying my own life, while my
that's
husband
right. That's right.
working hard.
That's right. But you're going to have to
Yeah.
start creating your own community as well, where you will be going next. I mean, just as a backgrounder, Metty has been moving to Thailand, Bangkok, where she is right now, back to Indonesia, Bangkok, but only in short bursts. She's now about to go and move into Bangladesh. But before we talk about that, Metty, let's talk about, just because the periods that you've been in Bangkok hasn't been long enough, what are the
Mhm.
challenges for you of those short stints?
When you come to a new place, like you want to research, and then you started to get to know this new place, and you get used to it, the cycle of life here. Suddenly, in short period of time, when you started to like it, and you have to switch your mind again, hey, you have to say goodbye to this place and then go to the next destination. So it's hard for me to, I cannot be attached,
Mm,
myself to this place. So I remind myself, it's everything, it's about in your mind, right, Ibu?
that's
Like,
right.
so
Yes,
yeah, this mind is so powerful. So you just like aware and conscious that, hey, you're here for this period of time. Let's just enjoy whatever you can do here, and then and close the book and start a new chapter again.
I love that. Exactly.
Not
And
easy.
I think that's even when you go on a long posting, because that's what I did. I
Mm.
went on a long posting. Even with a
Oh
long
yeah,
posting, you have to
yeah.
look at it as a holiday. What is it that you want to do? What is it that you want to see in those places? What is
Yes,
it that you want to be
true.
able to experience? I remember when Kang Nam Style song came out, Adam and I were laughing and we said, been there, done that. We've been to Kang Nam before the song even came out. So there
Oh
are
yeah, yeah, Korea.
there are amazing advantages to actually be able to see those places. And then it's funny because a lot of my friends now are into Korean teleseries, Korean telemovies, right? Korean
Mm.
drama. And all of them want to go to Korea. And I was thinking, I said, I was there. I was there for 3.5 years. None of you wanted to come and see Korea. And now with all the Korean drama, you all want to go there. So
Yeah, all the fashion, Korean fashion.
exactly. So
Yeah,
you
you've
have
been
the
there, done that.
advantage. You have the advantage of
Mm.
discovering the place, finding like the best restaurants, the best places to visit, the nice things to do, and just enjoy that. And then when you know for a fact that you're going to be staying there longer, then you have to, create your roots, create your life. But for short-term missions or for short-term posts, it really is about thinking of it as a long holiday.
A long holiday. Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
Yeah, tough life.
That's
No.
right. So, what are the fears that you have with moving to a new place? So, Bangladesh is a totally new place again. Have you done
Yeah.
your research?
Well, actually, yes. I type Dhaka in the Google research, but what I saw was not as good as I expected, and it's make me nervous, to be honest. What will I gonna do? Like, am I going to be okay there? All those things coming in the back of your mind. Because I had before this, I had a experience when my husband took me to Uganda and Solomon Islands. Those two was not. I mean, like, we're not prefer tourist destination, right? Like,
That's right. That's
yeah,
right.
so yeah, it was an easy place. So yeah, I was struggle because how hard the place was for me in terms of security, in terms of just doing daily activity. Uh, well, but yeah, again, I survive.
That's right. But in every
Again,
place,
yeah.
that's right. I mean, if you imagine, even with Indonesia, when people come from Australia and then we go to Indonesia, Indonesia's also like a shocking place. There are no
Yeah,
playgrounds. There are no like
yeah,
yeah, you've been to Canberra.
yeah,
It's a lot of open space, a
yeah.
lot of playgrounds, a lot of fields,
Tell me about it. Yeah,
right?
fresh air.
Fresh air,
Yeah.
exactly. You don't see that many motorcycles on the road.
Mm, true.
So every place will always have that scary bit. But
Yeah.
in every place, I always believe that you learn something great or you
Mm,
get an amazing benefit, you know?
mm.
What would you say would be your benefit, the benefit that you got from all those different places?
Yes. Yes, it's really a good question, Ibu Misha. When I travel with my husband, it wasn't always, a nicest place in the world because 8 programs, not taking to Europe. So yeah, but I learned a lot of things through all the, different country. For example, in Solomon Islands, how the culture and then they are very nice people, all the and then the sisterhood and all the local people are nice to you, very helpful and very sincere, and you create a good memory. You learn how to deal with people with different culture. It's a skill as well, Ibu, I
That's right.
guess, you know.
It is, it is. But in
So
Solomon
yeah.
Islands, I'm just wondering, because it's very similar, I'm thinking, to Papua New Guinea. Did they also have the very colorful costumes with the, bird feathers and stuff like that in their costumes?
Yeah, when it comes to the cultural ceremony, yes, they have like for example, in Vanuatu, they have like a mama dress, they call it,
That's right, yes.
with all the bright color, and probably it also means something, yeah, all those colors from them. Yeah, it's Solomon Island also has the same like, yeah, different type but
That's right.
similar.
And did
Yeah.
they also dig in their food? It's like they
Uh,
barbecue their food underneath. They
yes,
roast their pork.
yes,
Did you get a chance to
same,
try that and taste that?
same. Yeah, yeah, and uh, yeah, it's actually very healthy, Ibu,
I know.
wasn't it?
It's scary when you're not used to it and you're looking at it and thinking, oh my God, is that clean?
Wise, okay, you just close your eyes.
They do wrap it. They do wrap it in
Yeah, rabbit. Yeah,
banana leaf and all those different big leaves that they have in the area. But
yeah,
it's interesting and I loved it. I actually loved the taste. I have to say, I had to psych myself. I'm thinking, oh my God, these people. But you'd never believe it unless you've seen
yeah.
it, you know?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I just share a little bit. When I was in Uganda, they have a national food called, if I'm not mistaken, sorry, matoke. So all their like in one plate they put all the carbo, Ibu, like cassava, like maize, like rice, and only a little bit of meat. So because what you learn from that food presentation, because they need to walk everywhere, so they need a lot of carbo
That's
supply
right.
in their body. So, oh, okay, then you learn something from the food, from everything. So there's a reason why. So I realize that this is a life experience you cannot buy with money. It's just
Mm.
beautiful. I think, yeah, I'm very grateful with everything.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
We're very lucky because a lot of the times you
Yeah, we're
only
very
discover
lucky.
these things when you read a book. And when you read a book, you go, is
True.
it really that way? Or are they just trying to create this beautiful, picture around that, or this very scary picture around that? And it's never until you're there, until you're living that life that you go, oh my God, it's
Mm.
true.
Yeah. Well, the key is you enjoy it, whatever. Sometimes it's not a good experience, but you just enjoy because it's something that probably cannot be repeated. So, okay,
That's right.
when will I get back to Uganda again? I think probably only once in my life,
That's right.
and also in Solomon Islands. So I just, you know, just live the life when I was there. Like yeah, try everything.
And that's
Actually,
that's
yeah,
the best way to do it, because if you don't look for what's beautiful in the place, you'll hate the place. I mean, you
it's
can be
true.
in the best place. A lot of people, when we went to Indonesia, didn't like Indonesia. And I'm thinking, oh my God, cheap stuff. I love Tokopedia. I love getting my stuff delivered straight away. I love,
Yeah.
there's so much I loved about Indonesia, but a lot of people only looked at the things that were bad in Indonesia, and that's all they
Mm,
focused on. The traffic was horrible in Indonesia.
yeah.
Well, we stayed home. we went, no, I would say we met up, but we would choose places that's not too far from our,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
of us. It's always like the center of everything. And then
yeah,
we also made sure we didn't travel during peak hour. So
yeah.
we
True,
were,
true.
and I love the massage. I love the people. I love the food. Oh my goodness, there's just so much to love. I mean, I have to say, I don't like spicy food. So I had to choose what
Mm,
foods to eat in Indonesia, but it's not always spicy. There's always something that you will love about a place. The same here in Canberra, Ibu. When you came here, if you come here in winter and it's all frosty and cold, that's not something to like about Canberra, right?
oh yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah. How you deal with everything, Ibu? Like but yeah, I know that Ibu Michelle is one of the person that I know that always been positive and enjoying. Like I told you, like everything.
That's right.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's,
So
as you said, it's
mm,
all mindset, right? It's everything in your head.
true.
When
Yeah.
you put, when you already say, no, 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 I'm not going to enjoy this. Oh my God, this is going to be scary. You're never going to enjoy it. But if you put in your head that, oh, scary, but I'm going to try, I'm going to look for the good things, you'll always find the good things. You find whatever it is that you're looking for,
Mm,
right?
yeah.
So, Metty, with your experience, you've been to Uganda, you've been to Solomon Islands, you've had your short term Bangkok, and you're now heading to Bangladesh. What would be an important message to give to others like you, or the others that are looking at, trailing their spouses and following them in their postings? What is it that you'd like to tell them?
You have to embrace the places where you are, where you're visiting, and just thinking that it's like experience that you cannot be repeat again. Yeah, learn everything. Like you can always learn everything wherever you are. Like every little thing that just don't be afraid and yeah, be positive, and that's it.
That's
Yeah.
right. I think just before we end, another thing that I just realized is when we were talking about, when Tamara shared her experience before for move from Sri Lanka to Australia, she had her kids with her. When I spoke about my
Mm-hmm.
move to the different countries, I had my kids with me. It's a different challenge when you're moving on your own, because when you have kids and you feel sad because there's no one there that you can just grab your kids and you've got them. So I'm wondering, Ibu Meti, have you joined the gym? Because Ibu Meti loves her workouts.
Yes, in Bangkok. Well, actually, where we stay here in Bangkok, we have the hotel or the property has a very great gym, and so I'm doing my own thing. I'm just practicing myself, and also, I met before I'm using the gym. I normally walk around the park. There's a park here that where I met a lot of people, and then from there we started to, hey, what's your plan this weekend? And meet up for, like afternoon drink or dinner together. So
You've created your group
yeah,
of friends.
yeah.
Oh, that's
Because
good.
it's
That's
hard
good.
because I only here for a short period of time. So I just engage to people through the people I met.
That's okay. But see, remember the advantage is you now have friends from every part of the world,
Mm,
and that's what I found with my travels. Even if it's not, a permanent place, even if we keep moving, and even if we have those struggles, no one can say, oh, I've got a friend in this country and I've got a friend in that country and here and there. And that's something that we have, right? And we've actually been able to create good relationships, even if
yeah,
we're not speaking the same language all the time. We're not,
it's true.
living in the same place. They're not in the same situation.
Yeah, that's the thing. Otherwise, Ibu, most of the case, if we are not open up ourselves or try to engage with people, we will end up in the hotel room the whole day. Like we
That's
don't
right.
want to be depressed, by not doing anything and then
That's
stuck
right.
in
Exactly.
one room. So, like it's everything is about your choice, right? Like
That's
either
right.
you want to enjoy it or you want to be be
Miserable.
feeling awful, miserable. Yeah, that's the thing.
Well, Metty,
Yeah,
thank you
and
so much for your time and thank you for sharing all of this with us, your experience,
thank
your
you for
advice.
the opportunity. Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's been great, Ibu, talking
guys,
with
I
you.
hope you've also joined us with your cup of whatever coffee, tea,
Yeah, I will.
water,
I will.
juice. So, Metty,
Always.
until we meet again.
Thank you, Ibu, for the opportunity, and then yeah, all the best. And I'll let you just putting
That's
more
right.
layers.
That's right. We're heading towards winter. It's getting cold, but anyway, have a great
Wrapped
day,
up.
everyone. I hope you
Thank
found
you.
this
Thanks,
helpful. If
everyone.
you have any questions for myself or for Metty, please just leave your questions here and we'll get back to you. Have a great day.
Thanks for having me. Bye bye.
Bye.